Module 2.12, How to Build Long-Term Trust. So as we have seen before, having trust in the team is a key foundation to form a team, have conflicts, grow out of the conflicts, and perform. But how do you build this trust? And as a reminder, as I talked about it in the previous models, what is behind the trust is, do you understand the logic of a person? Can you empathize? Do you understand about how they feel about the situation? And do you think they're authentic? Do you feel authenticity about the person? How do you create that in a team, in a group? And as a reminder as well, why it matters? Because without the trust, you cannot have healthy conflicts inside a team. So let's take a step back here about what is important when you have a trust. And the factors of a trust is, first, you need to have a trust to be able to have good conflicts. And what is behind a good conflict is caring. When you fight for something inside the team, do the team members care about each other, and do they trust that they are all here for the same reason with the same goal? And that is one of the foundations that helps to build the trust through the conflicts. When you understand, then you have each other's best interest. But is it always the case? And then above this first part of benevolence, you have integrity. So how, and which is touching us also with the concept of authenticity. How much do you trust the person to act according to their values and what they say? And at last, can the person do what they actually do? But these are all the factors that create trust for a good conflict. And this is a good model for you to remember how you can have these conflicts if trust is displayed. But when we think about trust, I'm sorry here that I don't have any quick wins for this. Because although I can share all the models and the mental models and framework of how to deconstruct trust, how to make sense of it, there are no quick wins. And there's only one thing that builds the trust. It is time and experiences. And I'll go more in details about that. And trust is not something you have now and you have forever. It is like workout. You have to work for it every day. There are many actions that can break the trust, but to keep it for a long run, it's about all the actions also you do to keep the trust every day. So trust is definitely not something that you work one time and that you hope for it to happen, but it's something you incorporate in your work, in your culture, in your value every day. And how does it look like? First, I think I can give you all the advices in the world of how to build trust among individuals, but that's probably a whole book by itself and a thesis, which I'm not qualified for. But what I can say in the context of a game industry or a studio, the best way to build trust is to ship and kill games together. Make game fast, prototype, ship something together, fail together. This is what will have create the situation of conflicts, of having a shared goal together, delivering towards these goals and learning from each other. And in my experience, that is the best way to build trust in a quick way. So think about your situation in the studio. What is the setup you can make for teams and people in your team to ship and kill games together? And second, it's really important, we talk often about people as workers, where we need to create performing teams, people as resources. The truth is, people are not resources for work. They are humans as a whole, and they have personalities, they have hobbies, they have fears, they have consideration, they have concerns, they have dreams, hopes, and everything. And I recommend strongly to bring that part of each individuals in the workplace. Because what is behind authenticity, or words like integrity? You want to know what the people are about. But if you see a partial picture of who they are, can you really actually fully trust the person if you don't understand a bit who they are behind the mask of a worker? So take the time, spend the time, the care, the energy to know each other personally. And how can it look like? And I want to share some anecdotes of my own work based on my past experience, how I have built trust in a team. So here, this is a photo back in 2014 when I joined Wooga. I was coming from Gameloft, so pretty big company in a high-level position, high manager, managing teams remote, so with a pretty big distance to teams, working like more on local level and in studios. And I joined Wooga as a product lead in this team. And when I joined, I had, of course, a plan. I had a mission for the game I was joining, Diamond Dash, to bring it back to its growth, like a certain roadmap and ideas on how to make the game successful in live ops. I came with this plan. That didn't go well because the team already existed before me and they wanted to protect the team they built, they worked for, the game even they worked for. So I didn't have the trust at all when I joined and I came with a plan. Like, who is that person coming with a plan? We don't know her, we don't trust her. So I thought, okay, I'm starting from the wrong angle. It's not by imposing a plan or trying to convince rationally that it will work out. So I did something really silly, but it was kind of my last resort. Like, we had a budget of holidays that stacked for years for this team that they never used. And I thought, okay, then I will use this holiday budget to do something as a team. Let's go skiing in Czech Republic, and let's go for a team event. And that was probably my first 1 or 2 months. I want to get to know each other, everybody. Let's go on a road trip. We took a car. We were 14 people. We went to ski in Czech Republic from Berlin to one city in Czech Republic. And we skied for the week. And we had amazing time there, as you can see on the photo. And while externally it looked like I was not spending some time working with this team, I was actually showing myself, to present myself in different forms, and not, the manager from Gameloft here coming, but Sophie as a French coming from Paris and with a new life in Berlin, different hobbies, different sense of humor, different fears, and the team got to know me. And after that event, actually, we managed to work quite well together, and we had the trust to start to try with the things I wanted to try in the game, and we succeeded 2 years after in what we wanted to achieve as a team. So as you say here, it is part of your also role and work as a team lead to also think about how do you create trust in the team. And it may not always be through work things. And my second anecdote here is my new team now in Berlin, in the studio I'm running at Voodoo. And you see everybody laughing here for a good reason. So these days, with the COVID, we are all at home, and forming the bonds and trust and getting to know each other is really hard because we are all at home. But something that really worked well for us is Friday, end of the day, we gathered on a Discord channel actually here to have a 5 minutes of fame. So everybody, turn by turn, have 5 minutes to present something that the rest of the group didn't know about. So people could present about their hobbies, their past experiences, the weird things they like, and it allowed us actually to get to know much better each other than through the mask of work that we know, and especially with remote work. And that's what came out of this evening, where we were sharing a lot of silly things about each other and laughing a lot for the evening. So the only limit really is your own creative vision about how many events you can create for your team to bond and to share personal anecdotes to relate to each other and even about yourself. So go for it and be silly, with your team.